Alright, every pony, this is Mr. Ponytron once again, and I will be bringing you part 1 of The Impossible Child, Chapter 3. And it's called Trouble. Since it was a nice, peaceful night, Queen Chrysalis decided it was a good time for a stroll in the Everfree Forest. "As long as no pony spots me, I'm home free," she said triumphantly. Suddenly, she stumbled into a strange metal contraption. "How dare you run into—" Chrysalis began, but stopped when she saw what she bumped into. The being in which she bumped into was none other than Dalek. The changeling queen was confused at the sight of it. It had something that looked somewhat like a toilet plunger protruding from its domed head. It was a gold color with panels alongside its middle going down through the bottom of the creature. Something that seemed like 2 arms protruded from the thing's front. One looked like a kitchen whisk of sorts, while the other looked like a strange claw of some kind. Atop its head seemed like 2 lanterns of sorts, but much smaller. "What is this glorified trash can?" Chrysalis exclaimed.
"I am not a trash can. I am a Dalek,"
screamed the Dalek in his gravelly mechanical voice.
"What?"
screamed Chrysalis.
"The thing is alive?"
The Dalek resumed speaking by saying,
"I am surprised that a being can live with holes in its legs, but can still retrieve blood flow."
"How dare you insult me?" screamed Chrysalis.
"Do you even know who I am?"
"No," said the Dalek,
"and I don't care."
"My queen," shouted a changeling who was running up to Chrysalis.
"I just got back from Ponyville, and you are not going to believe what I found."
"Can't you see I'm busy here?" Queen Chrysalis shouted, pointing at the Dalek.
"It's Cadence, my queen."
"What about her?"
Chrysalis asked. "Your Highness, one of the ponies turned into Cadence, and what's worse, we believe it's his daughter."
"Whose?" demanded Chrysalis. "Whose daughter?" The changeling spy regained his composure and said,
"The one in which you told us not to speak his name. The brown stallion with the hourglass cutie mark."
Chrysalis screamed at the top of her lungs, almost shattering the Dalek's protruding glass eye.
"I'll find you, Doctor!"
Chrysalis screeched.
"The Doctor?"
the Dalek questioned.
"How do you know of the Doctor?"
"You!" said Chrysalis, pointing at the Dalek. "Shut up! And you!" she pointed to her spy. "Get the troops. We're going to Ponyville. And I want both those ponies' heads on a pike in the morning." The spy quickly bowed and left. The Dalek tried to ask Chrysalis his former question, but she interrupted, screaming, "What?" Despite Chrysalis's mood, the Dalek asks the question anyway.
"How do you know the Doctor?"
"I'd have world domination right now if it wasn't for him," screamed Chrysalis. "Him and her. Cadence. At the time I should have guessed. She's a Time Lord. This explains everything."
"The Doctor created another Time Lord?"
the Dalek asked.
"Yes, he... Wait, how do you know the Doctor?"
said Chrysalis.
"The Time War, and the almost total extermination of my race,"
said the Dalek. Said Chrysalis. "Those are good reasons to hate. I think I see an opportunity here."
"Whatever do you mean?"
questioned the Dalek. "Let's face it," said the Changeling Queen. "We both want the same thing. We both want them dead, and perhaps complete domination of this world."
"I like how you speak,"
said the Dalek. "And I'm beginning to like how you think," said Chrysalis. "Tell me, do you have an army?"
"Yes,"
said the Dalek replied. "How many?" Chrysalis asked.
"4, including myself,"
said the Dalek. Not a very large army, but it'll have to do," said Chrysalis. "I, on the other hand, have 1,500 changelings at my command."
"Can you lead them?"
asked the Dalek. "On a small town in the middle of the night? No problem," said Chrysalis with a grin. And, okay, I'll stop there for today. So, I'll get that at a cliffhanger. And I'll repost and see y'all later.